Good day everyone, it's Grizzly's story time. Today's story is a fantastic story with a happy ending and a great lesson. And it's called The Monkey and the Crocodile. I'm not sure if you will have heard this story before, but I'm sure you will like it. So here we go with the story. The Monkey and the Crocodile. Once upon a time, a clever monkey lived in a tree that bore juicy red rose apples. He was a very happy monkey. One fine day, a crocodile swam up to that tree and told the monkey that he had travelled a long distance and was in search of food as he was very hungry. The kind monkey offered him a few rose apples. The crocodile enjoyed them very much and asked the monkey whether he could come again for some more fruit. The generous monkey happily agreed. The crocodile returned the next day, and the next one after that. Soon the two became very good friends. They discussed their lives, their friends and family, like all friends do. The crocodile told the monkey that he had a wife and that they lived on the other side of the river. The kind monkey offered some extra rose apples to take home for his wife. The crocodile's wife loved the rose apples and made her husband promise to get her some every day. Meanwhile, the friendship between the monkey and the crocodile deepened as they spent more and more time together. The crocodile's wife started getting jealous, and she wanted to put an end to this friendship. So she pretended that she could not believe that her husband could be friends with a monkey. Her husband tried to convince her that he and the monkey shared a true friendship. The crocodile's wife thought to herself that if the monkey lived on a diet of rose apples, his flesh would be very sweet. So she asked the husband to invite the monkey to their house. The crocodile was not happy about this. He tried to make the excuse that it would be difficult to get the monkey across the river, but his wife was determined to eat the monkey's flesh. So she thought of a plan. One day, she pretended to be very ill and told the crocodile that the doctor said that she would only recover if she ate a monkey's heart. If he wanted to save her life, he must bring her his friend's heart. The crocodile was aghast. He was in a dilemma. On the one hand, he loved his friend. On the other, he could not possibly let his wife die. The crocodile's wife threatened him, saying if he didn't get her the monkey's heart, she would surely die. So the crocodile went to the rose apple tree and invited the monkey to come home to meet his wife. He told the monkey, "You can ride across the river on my back." The monkey happily agreed. As they reached the middle of the river, the crocodile began to sing. The frightened monkey asked him why he was doing that. The crocodile explained, "I'm going to have to kill you and take your heart to save my wife's life." The clever monkey told him that he would gladly give up his heart to save the life of the crocodile's wife, but he had left his heart behind in the rose apple tree. He asked the crocodile to make haste and turn back so that the monkey could go and get his heart from the apple tree. The silly crocodile quickly swam back to the rose apple tree. The monkey scampered up the tree to safety. He told the crocodile, "Go back and tell your wife that she's married to a fool. How could I be living if I hadn't got my heart?" That's the end of this short story, children. There is a moral lesson we can learn, and that is, don't ever underestimate yourself. There are bigger fools in this world. The crocodile's wife wasn't very nice, was she? But luckily, the monkey was clever enough to see a way out of that situation. Well, children, that's it for today. I do hope you all enjoyed hearing today's story. I will see you all again soon. Bye! And the Three Bears. Good day, everyone. It's Grizzly Story Time! Today we have a great old favourite story with a nice lesson for us all, and it's called Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I'm very sure you will all know this story. Okay, let's start. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, there was three bears who lived in a house in the forest. There was a great big father bear, a middle-sized mother bear, and a tiny baby bear. One morning, their breakfast porridge was too hot to eat, so they decided to go for a walk in the forest. While they were out, a little girl called Goldilocks came through the trees and found their house. She knocked on the door, and as there was no answer, she pushed it open and went inside. In front of her was a table with three chairs, one large chair, one middle-sized chair, and one small chair. On the table were three bowls of porridge, one large bowl, one middle-sized bowl, and one small bowl, and three spoons. Goldilocks was hungry, and the porridge looked good. So she sat in the great big chair, picked up the large spoon and tried some of the porridge from the big bowl. But the chair was very big and very hard. The spoon was heavy and the porridge too hot. Goldilocks jumped off quickly and went over to the middle-sized chair. But this chair was far too soft, and when she tried the porridge from the middle-sized bowl, it was too cold. So she went over to the little chair, picked up the smallest spoon and tried some of the porridge from the tiny bowl. This time it was neither too hot nor too cold. It was just right and so delicious that she ate it all up. But she was too heavy for the little chair and it broke into pieces under her weight. Next, Goldilocks went upstairs where she found three beds. There was a great big bed, a middle-sized bed and a tiny little bed. By now she was feeling rather tired. She climbed into the big bed and lay down. The big bed was very hard and far too big. Then she tried the middle-sized bed, but that was far too soft, so she climbed into the tiny little bed. It was neither too hard nor too soft. In fact, it felt just right, all cozy and warm, and in no time at all, Goldilocks fell fast asleep. After a while, the three bears came back from their walk in the forest. They saw at once that the door of their house was pushed open, and the father bear looked around, then roared with a growly voice. Mother bear said in a quiet, gentle voice, "Somebody has been sitting in my chair." Then the little baby said, in a small squeaky baby voice, "Somebody has been sitting in my chair, and it's broken." Then Father Bear looked at his bowl of porridge and saw the spoon in it, and he said in his great big growly voice, "Somebody has been eating my porridge." Then Mother Bear saw her bowl had a spoon in it, and said in her quiet voice, "Somebody has been eating my porridge." Little Bear looked at his porridge bowl and said in his small squeaky baby voice, "Somebody has been eating my porridge and has eaten it all up." Then the three bears went upstairs, and Father Bear saw at once that his bed was untidy, and he said in his big growly voice, "Somebody has been sleeping in my bed." Mother Bear saw that her bed too had the bedclothes turned back, and she said in her quiet, gentle voice, "Somebody has been sleeping in my bed." Then Little Bear looked at his bed and said in his small squeaky baby voice, "Somebody is sleeping in my bed." He squeaked so loudly that Goldilocks woke up with a start. She jumped out of bed and away she ran down the stairs and out into the forest. And the three bears never saw her again. That's the end of today's story. Is there a moral? Well, there is, but it's more of a lesson. The lesson of the story is the need to respect the privacy and property of others, and how your actions can hurt others. Well, my friends, that's it for today. I do hope you all enjoyed hearing today's story. I think I might be the daddy bear. See you again soon. Bye!
The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Good day, everyone. It's Grizzly Story Time. Today I'm going to tell you a very short story. It's a story that's got a very important lesson at the end. You should listen to the lesson very, very carefully. And the story is called The Boy That Cried Wolf. I'm sure that most of you will have heard this story before, and in my opinion, it's one of the best short stories I've ever heard. So here we go. The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Once upon a time, there was a shepherd boy who used to take his flock of sheep to the hill to graze on the fresh green grass. Sitting there, he had nothing to do the whole day. One day, an idea struck him. To overcome his boredom, he cried out, "Wolf! Wolf!" And all the villagers came running up the hill with their sticks to frighten the wolf away. But to their dismay, they found no wolf. The boy laughed and laughed. The villagers were not happy with the boy and told him, "Please don't call wolf unless there really is a wolf." Again, after a few days, he was bored again and cried out, "Wolf! Wolf!" And the villagers again came running up the hill, only to find the shepherd boy had fooled them again. The shepherd boy laughed and laughed, seeing that he'd managed to fool them again. However, this time, the villagers were very angry, and they told him that the next time he cries out for help, they would not come. Next day, when his flock of sheep were grazing, he suddenly saw a real wolf. In terror, the boy ran toward the village, shouting, "Wolf! Wolf!" But though the villagers heard the cry, they did not run to help him as they had done before. "He cannot fool us again," they said. The wolf killed a great many of the boy's sheep and then slipped away into the forest. From that day onwards, the boy promised never to lie again. Well, that's the end of this story. Now the moral or the lesson of this story is that people refuse to believe a liar, even when he's telling the truth. I think if you always tell the truth, people will treat you well. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's short story. See you again soon. Bye! Good day everyone, it's Grizzly's Story Time. Today our story is a little different as it doesn't really have a moral lesson. I don't think you will have all heard this story before. It's called Princess Rose and the Golden Bird. Okay, let's begin. Many, many years ago, in a kingdom far, far away, there lived a beautiful princess. She had long red hair and loved roses so much that everyone called her Princess Rose. Every evening after dusk, Princess Rose went out onto the balcony and clapped her hands. A golden bird came flying out of nowhere and sat on her shoulder. Instantly the princess' hair began to shine, ablaze with brilliant red light. When the bird started to warble an enchanted tune, Princess Rose joined it in the song, and everyone in the kingdom fell asleep and had sweet dreams till the break of dawn. Many years passed. Each evening Princess Rose, along with the little golden bird, sang a loving lullaby so that all the people fell asleep and had sweet dreams till the break of dawn. Until one day, something terrible happened. A wicked witch learned about Princess Rose and decided to curse her. "Abracadabra, simsalabim, may the rose's colour dim," said the witch, and Princess Rose's hair instantly turned as black as tar. That evening, Princess Rose went out onto the balcony and clapped her hands. But when the golden bird appeared, her hair glowed black instead of red. The bird warbled its enchanting melody, and the Princess Rose sang her lullaby. Everyone in the kingdom fell asleep, but that night they only had bad dreams and nightmares. On the following day, the saddened princess asked the bird, Tell me, golden bird, how can I make my people's dreams so sweet again till the break of dawn? Black hair in rose water, the bird chirped in reply. The princess wondered at this advice, but nevertheless she abided by it. She filled up a basin with water and sprinkled rose petals onto its surface. Then she dipped her hair into the rose water, and it instantly turned red again. That evening, when the bird chirped on her shoulder, the radiant red glow of her hair lit up the sky once more. The princess sang a lullaby, and everybody in the kingdom fell asleep and had sweet dreams till the break of dawn. The wicked witch was so angry that her curse had been broken that she decided to cast it again. Abracadabra, simsalabim, may the rose's colour dim. And the princess's hair turned as black as tar again. Only this time, the witch also picked up all the rose blooms in the entire kingdom. Let's see how you'll break my curse now, she sneered, filled with rage. Once again, the saddened princess asked the bird, Tell me, golden bird, how can I make my people's dreams so sweet again till the break of dawn? Black hair in rose water, the bird chirped in reply. But where should I find a rose? Said the princess. Black hair in rose water, the bird chirped and flew away. The princess didn't know what to do. So great was her anguish that her eyes filled with tears, one of them falling to the ground below. At that very moment, a young and handsome prince, who had stopped under the balcony of the princess, took out a little box and a single red hair from within it. He bent down and placed the hair on top of the princess' tear. And then a miracle happened. Suddenly, the single red hair turned into a red rose. The prince picked the rose and took it up to the princess. Upon seeing the rose, she immediately brushed off her tears and plucked its petals to add to the water in the basin. Then she dipped in her hair, and the curse was broken. Everyone gasped in astonishment, and the king asked the prince, Young man, where did you find that red hair? When the princess and I were both children, I picked a single strand of her hair from her head as a sign of my loyalty to her, and she did the same to me. It's true, father, the princess confirmed, and took out a little box. She opened it to reveal a single hair from the prince's head inside. Everyone was delighted with this news. The prince and the princess Rose got married on that very same day. Upon learning that her curse had been broken again, the wicked witch's evilness swelled so much that she exploded into 1,000 tiny pieces. Eventually, rose blooms sprang up in every garden in the kingdom once again, and so it went. Each evening, Princess Rose sang a loving lullaby, so that all people fell asleep and had sweet dreams till the break of dawn. That's the end of the story, children. I'm so glad that it had a happy ending. Nobody wants to sleep and have a bad dream, do they? Maybe there is a lesson. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Okay, children, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the story as much as I did. See you soon. Bye!